Welcome back, guys. We are continuing on with this Making Williams Great Again challenge, and we are at Miami next. We've had a bit of a shocker with the qualifying for Zhou, but Albon's qualified quite well in 13th. But the main thing with this race is it's raining, and it is raining heavy. So let's have a look. So it looks like we've got the first half of the race with no rain. Then we're going to need to stick wets on. Now, is it worth putting intermediates on for 5 laps? Probably. So, slicks, intermediates for 5 laps, wets, and then possibly intermediates again for the last 5 laps. So, let's see which tyre we want to start with. Right, let's just add all the stints in first. It's going to be something along them lines. Intermediates, wets, intermediates, and then probably hards. So let's have a look. So it looks like mediums is actually the best choice, not hards. It's going to be something like that. So 1, 32, 39, 51. One 32, 39, 51. Something along those lines. Okay. So we can't push for very long on the tyres, so we'll only push for the first lap or two. But let's just see how we get on.
57 laps await our competitors here in Miami, so may the best driver win. Zhou Guanyu will know it. And this is it, the Miami Grand Prix. And it's lights out, and away we go.
Well, looks like Hulkenberg, Piastri are both out. And Magnussen's got a penalty.
That's red flag, but
There's a bit of a carnage, and luckily Zhou managed to escape the carnage. So I'm not going to change anything. So leave everything as it is. Zhou has managed to make it up to 16th position. Only Hulkenberg went out. Piastri managed to
All drivers have taken their positions
repair
again.
his car,
Once
apparently.
more, they're ready to race. It's lights out, and away we go.
Oh, Miami's the one where the safety car stays on the track. Bit ridiculous. Well, we're in 13th and 15th. That's pretty decent. I think we should probably stop pushing the tyres. And I think I'm going to
Tyre short term.
save the battery as well. Ouch, we actually lost a position with both drivers there. That's why I usually stay pushing and using the battery for the first few laps of a race so that doesn't happen. But it is what it is. Okay, so we're just waiting for either Bottas or De Vries to have a gap in front of them. Albon's actually the one who's creating a gap though. So I think I might have to use the battery with Albon.
Excuse up the overtake.
Yes.
And Joe's also let a gap open up. So I'm going to have to use the battery with Joe as well. Not ideal having to use the battery so early. It's the only option that I've got, I think. I haven't got any tyre to play with, unfortunately. Well, looks like both Albon and Joe managed to get within DRS range. So that's looking good. Let's stop using the battery now. Well, Bottas and De Vries both looking like I might be able to overtake them. Both let a gap open up in front of them. So at the start of the main straight, I might use the battery.
Head down.
Full deploy. Yep.
Be aggressive with overtake usage.
Copy.
Looked like Bottas got within DRS range, unfortunately. Looks like he's going to take him anyway. Nicely done. Joe took De Vries as well, so we got the two positions. That was good. Joe is close, very, very close to DRS range of Bottas as well, so I'm going to push on the tyres with him just to see if I can get close enough. Sonoda's almost opened up a gap as well. Right, that should be good enough.
We're on tire management.
Copy.
So I haven't really got any battery, but I can try using the tyres
Copy.
just to overtake Sonoda. So he didn't quite manage it there, but we'll see if he can get it around here.
Just keep pushing.
Ah, Sonoda's closed up the gap now.
He's currently low. Yep.
Okay.
Afford to drop back. Copy.
Might be worth trying to build up some battery with
Let's try and
Albon,
this back up. Copy.
and then we're going to see if we can get the overtake done on Bottas. Okay, so let's use the battery, and I think I'm going to use some tyre as well.
Yeah, copy.
See if we can get it done. Oh, it doesn't look like he's... He might be able to. No, it doesn't look like he's moving far enough over to the side. Ah, well. I'll leave him attacking just around this section.
DRS is currently disabled.
No, he didn't get a very good exit.
Copy.
Ah, well. We'll try again. Might
To
harvest
increase a bit tire management.
Copy.
harvest for a couple of laps before I try again.
Charge.
Copy.
So we need to make sure we don't fall out of DRS range with Albon while harvesting. Looks like we're okay at the moment. So it looks like Tsunoda's caught up with Norris, unfortunately. But Bottas has still got a gap in front of him. We are dropping a little bit further back than I'd like. So let's just go neutral. Oh, I think Zhou should be alright harvesting still.
To recharge the pack.
Copy.
Okay, so we've practically got a full battery. I think I'm gonna try and get the move done on Bottas. Move to the side of it, please. A little bit more. You're not going to overtake him there. Ah, useless.
I'm seriously stuck.
Don't worry, that's fine.
So we're
Sorry,
going to
to
have to
manage
spend a
tires, no?
couple more laps
Yep.
harvesting again. Looks like Albon's actually managed to overtake Tsunoda. So I'm going to see if I can get Norris on the straight. Need Norris to stay in front of me just until the activation, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen. Yeah, I think Norris is going to get the
We're making
DRS
progress.
there.
This is good. P11.
It actually looked like we might have stayed ahead of Norris. So I might use the remainder of the battery to try and catch onto
Okay,
the
press
back of
hold over
Ocon. Right, we're going to give it another go, see if we can get in front of Bottas. I think I'm even going to tell him to aggressively overtake. See if that makes any difference.
Let's put pressure.
Copy.
Well, Bottas is aggressively defending. He didn't do that on the previous couple of overtake attempts.
Yeah, we're back on low on pack again.
That's a bit annoying. See if we can get him here. It's going to be tense. Nicely done.
Just focus on your tires.
So I'm going to use the remainder of the battery to see if I can close the distance to Tsunoda. Albon is gradually closing the distance to Ocon. That's good. So he's close to getting within DRS. think we might be stuck in 11th and 14th here. Wonder if Joe's getting any confidence from defending against Bottas. He's actually losing confidence. Well, he's broken the DRS with Bottas. No. No longer. Yeah, I think we're just kind of stuck where we are at the moment. So let's have a look at the weather forecast. It's going to be in around about 5 laps or so. Albon is under threat from Norris. He's at peak confidence from his defending. Right, it's not going to be long now. It looks like the forecast has actually changed. So I've actually got quite a lot of tyre. A lot more tyre than I expected. Oh, is this because we had a safety car or a red flag at the beginning? So this needs to go back to about 23. So let's bring that down to here. This now needs to go to about there. This now needs to go to about there. So 23, 29, 42. So that means that we can push on the tyres. So I'm going to push with Joe, definitely. Oh dear, Albon's been overtaken.
Let's close the gap now.
We don't want
Anything can happen.
Norris in front of us when we have to pit for wets. Disaster.
You're all okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
And VSC.
Retired? It was the
Delta
tiniest
positive,
little
keep Delta
collision.
Positive.
Copy.
How can you retire off that collision?
Rain coming.
Copy.
Ah, must
Here
have
we are,
damaged
we're
the
looking at turn
suspension.
11.
Look at
They
this
decide
tiny
to
little
give it a
collision.
go.
Whose fault was that? It says Albon's, but that didn't look like me. It looked like Norris turned into me. Norris stayed in as well. Ah, what a disaster. Ah dear. Right. So
It's raining, just one shot.
just starting to rain now. Now it's a little bit early to pit. So I'm not going to pit even though it's the safety car. Probably going to pit this lap.
VNC is ending.
Copy.
Maybe I should have pitted.
DRS enable.
Yeah, I think I am going to pit this lap. Let me just check.
Box.
Should I pit straight onto wets?
Next inter.
Maybe I'm not going to pit this lap, and let's see whether Verstappen and Alonso are pitting straight onto wets or not. And then I'll pit the following lap if they are. Well, I'll pit the following lap regardless. But I want to see what everyone else is pitting onto before I make a decision. Right, so they are pitting on intermediates, that's what I expected. So let's do that.
Box.
Copy, box.
Let's see how much time I've lost by staying out an extra lap.
Joe Billy.
Easy coming in the box.
Copy.
So we were ahead of Norris. Good pit stop.
And clear until exit, watch the white line. Clear until exit, watch the white line.
Nice. We didn't actually lose any time. We actually jumped De Vries, it looks like. I don't think we were already ahead of De Vries. We might have been. But we definitely didn't lose any time, so that's good. Right, let's see if Joe can carry the torch. So when is it we need to pit for wets? Anytime really in the next 4 laps. So we'll just have to keep an eye on the rain level. So we're just keeping an eye up here. Once it gets to about 3.7, around about 3.7, then we can pit. Now, there is a downpour in 1 minute. Sometimes it shoots up with a massive downpour, so we might want to pit next lap. So let's just keep an eye on it, because we are coming up to the box at the end of this straight. But yeah, it doesn't look like there's a massive downpour. Yeah, it's not a massive downpour, so at least 1 more lap. So we could come in this lap. It is basically the right time to come in now. Should I? Should I do it now? I think I am going to. So we're currently in front of De Vries and behind Tsunoda. So let's see if we stay in front of De Vries and behind Sonoda. There, Sonoda's actually stayed out, so's De Vries. Well, that is a shocker. Hopefully we overtake Magnussen here. What? What's going on? Have they already pitted and I didn't notice? No. De Vries and Sonoda still on intermediates. Can't believe I'm still stuck behind Magnussen. Maybe they're just not pitting for wets at all, and they're just trying to wait until it stops raining and just stay on intermediates. Maybe that's what they're doing. Well, we've caught up to De Vries already, so he obviously... Oh, then again, I'm going to need to pit onto Inters, and he's still on Inters, so yeah, we're actually going to need to get about 20 seconds ahead of him for it to have been the right call. So it all depends when it's going to stop raining. Well, a load of cars, more than half, decided to stay on Inters. Okay, the rain is dropping off now, so I'm going to have to pit in for Inters at the end of this lap. Let me just pause it a sec just to double check. Yep. It actually is going to require slicks right at the end. Right, let's see if pitting onto the wets was the right decision. I'm pretty sure it was, because we were on wets for 8 laps. So I'm sure that 8 laps worth of the wrong tyre was not worth staying on the intermediates for him. It's about 2.5 seconds per lap I would have had to have gained by coming onto the wets. So it'll be interesting to find out.
Drop early.
Easy on the pit entry.
Copy.
So we need to come out in front of De Vries and not too far behind Sonoda for it to have been worth it. No. Oh, what's this pit stop? 4 seconds we just lost in the pits.
Clear
Fuck's
to the
sake.
exits.
Well, we still managed to get out in front of Sonoda, so yeah, it was definitely worth going on to the wets. Even though we lost 4 seconds in the pit. Okay, let's see. Gasly, Hamilton, Stroll, Perez, so, and Piastri as well. So Gasly and Hamilton are 11, 21, 27, yeah, 34. They're miles ahead. 37 seconds ahead. Is Hamilton going to come in? He's got to come in, he can't stay out. What on earth is Hamilton doing staying out on wets? So we might jump Hamilton. So now we need to pay attention to when we need to come in for slicks. Hamilton stayed out on the wets again. What is he doing? What is he doing? Hamilton's stayed out. He's obviously staying out until it dries up, but surely that's not a good idea. Let's have a look, see what Hamilton's times are. They're about 3 seconds slower than the people who are on intermediates. 3 seconds per lap. So yeah, maybe it's worth trying to stay out until slicks, but I highly doubt it.
No rain expected, no rain expected.
Okay, well, there's still going to be water on the track for a couple of laps. So, we're either going to pit next lap or the following lap, I reckon. What are we pitting onto? Softs. Well, we're currently ahead of Hamilton, but obviously we need to pit still. Hamilton's probably gone straight onto softs, yeah. So I'm not going to pit this lap still. So I'm going to pit next lap. Or this lap. So let's jump on to some softs. Let's see if we've jumped Hamilton. At least we didn't have a mistake. Yep, we jumped Hamilton. Fantastic. Everybody else is coming in now. Are we going to jump Ocon? Yes. Just about managed to jump Ocon. That was touch and go. So now everybody is on the correct tyre. We are currently in 9th position. Such a shame about Albon. But let's see if we can remain in 9th position, because Ocon's in a faster car and he is getting close to... Right, we need to worry about the fuel now. But he's getting close to DRS. Unfortunately, it looks like Sargent is going to give Ocon the DRS too. Got 5 more laps to go. We are 2.4 seconds ahead, 2.3, 2 seconds ahead, 1.5 seconds ahead. Jesus Christ. Ocon just had a massive spurt of speed there. Are we going to stay out of DRS range of him here? 1.6, 1.7. 1.3. .8. .9. 1.7. 1.8. It's incredibly close. Got 2 laps to go at the end of this lap. It's 2.1 seconds, 2.2. I think we're safe. Or 1.7, he's just closed the distance. 2.2 again though. I think we're safe. Yeah, 2.9 seconds, 3 seconds. Yeah, we're safe.
Max Verstappen over the finish line,
Right.
and today's winner.
Looks like we're getting 9th position with Zhou. Great result for Zhou. Unfortunately, a shocker for Albon.
Check the flag. 9.
I'm very happy. Thank you.
Zhou Guan Yu put it all together.
So So it was potentially my fault about what happened with Albon. I pushed on the tyres when I shouldn't have done, really. I should have waited for the straight. Tried to get a bit greedy. So yeah, I think I have only got myself to blame for that accident. Red Bull got second and third. We got first, so Red Bull have overtaken us for the time being in the pit stop championship. So we had 3 perfect pits and 1 shocker. But that'll do. Not bad. In fact, let's have a look. 9 overtakes and 9 defences. Not bad. Unfortunately, we lost a load of cash in the sponsors because I put all of the sponsors for both drivers, and obviously Albon cocked that up. But that was Miami. We got a couple more points, so I'm happy with that. We're currently sitting in 6th in the championship. 6 points ahead of Haas and 7 points ahead of the rest. So not too bad. We're doing okay. Obviously the accident was not great. Let's have a look, see how much damage. It wasn't terrible. The damage wasn't. Sorry. It was just damage to the side pods. That's it. Didn't get any damage on the gearbox, ERS or engine, so I'm happy with that. Well, I think he got about 10% damage on the engine and ERS, but it's not a big deal. Right, so join me again. Next up, we will be at Emilia Romagna. So cheers for watching, take care, I shall see you soon.